For several reasons, Pokimane has found herself in some serious trouble, and this time, no one can really save her. Pokimane criticized her own team for canceling the podcast with Hasan Piker without her approval. The team made the decision because of Hasan's recent controversies, like using a shock collar on his dog and some of his wild comments. This really shows the internal conflict within her crew and how sensitive the streaming industry is to drama, probably because of Nazi Hasan.
It seems the Twitter cycle has been obsessed with the streamer Hasan Piker appearing to electrocute his dog with a shock collar. This occurred after a clip surfaced of Hasan getting annoyed with his dog as it seemed to get up and move about, and as he appeared to reach for something off screen, it yelped and got back to the spot it was originally sitting. Naturally, this led to a ton of people accusing the streamer of animal abuse and making memes about the dog shock collar.
This is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. At the very least, Pokimane's staff could have told her they were postponing the upload because of the drama. Or maybe Pokimane knew and wanted to stir up some drama herself. Pokimane and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hasan. It did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. After that, Hasan is probably going to call Pokimane a narcissist. The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama and also posted this statement without my approval. Pokimane comes out and rebukes her podcast staff for releasing a statement and canceling the Hasan Piker episode without her approval. The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama. So basically, Pokimane was supposed to have a podcast with Hasan. The date wasn't even that clear. But after the whole Hasan and his dog thing blew up online, our team decided not to upload it. They even posted a statement saying the episode was canceled without even telling Pokimane first. Maybe they just wanted to play the hero and later say, "We saved you." So what would you do? Let's say we're Pokimane's staff. If your boss is being dumb and you're the smart one, do you let your boss do whatever she wants with the business? I think the staff are good guys. They were probably animal rights supporters or just scared that animal rights activists would attack Pokimane for doing a podcast with someone accused of abusing his dog. But honestly, I think Pokimane herself canceled it and blamed it on her staff so Hasan would think it wasn't her decision. She's smart like that. She probably thought, if I blame the staff, Hasan's fans won't hate me.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Because remember that time she stirred up drama on Twitter when she posted about her brother's wedding but only uploaded her own photo to get attention again? You know, since Hasan's dog is female, maybe Pokimane canceled the podcast in some weird show of female solidarity. That's what we call women's rights. Ladies, please don't take that the wrong way. I'm not comparing women to dogs. I'm just making a point about both being female. Thanks. Is this what it finally took? Pokimane and Lily Pichu cancel Hasan. They won't even name him, at least until the drama dies down and Hasan goes back to streaming like normal, hopefully, without shocking his dog again. So who runs the podcast anyway? Pokimane or the staff? I do, as long as the paycheck's good enough to live on. I love curly hair. Makeup and salon days for girls are basically therapy. Maybe she did all this just to stay away from drama or distract people a bit. Pokimane's staff trying to save her career.
I'm laying on the sofa at 3 in the morning and I'm seeing people messaging me like, oh, there's this thing that happened. Pokimane and Lily Pichu canceled their podcast featuring Hasan. Small update. This is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. So basically, they didn't want to have Hasan on the show because of the dog thing, right? I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It gets better, okay? You think, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Honestly, Pokimane could have just postponed the upload by a month. That would have been the smarter move, and there'd be no drama at all.
So Pokimane comes out and tweets, the episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it. Out of fear it had caused drama, and posted this statement without my approval, sad face. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on hiatus afterwards to restructure. Now, let me go ahead. You guys like translation? Okay, so what does this mean? That's it. That's what it means. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
This is just too much. If it were me, I'd file a legal complaint in court.
I really feel bad for the staff. The reason why I say that is because I think that she should understand, while she has a big fan base and they're gonna defend her, a lot of her staff don't have that. The staff are now getting attacked on social media. To throw the staff under the bus and to say that, oh, well, they did this without our consent, now the Hasan fan base will dislike them. They're also going to get hate because they were associated with...
If I were one of the staff after getting attacked by haters, I'd just start streaming myself and make money from it.
Pokimane now, who is, you know, like, okay with doing it. So you're effectively having everybody attack you now, and basically everybody is hating her, right? Like, everybody is mad. Throwing your staff under the bus instead of disavowing animal abuse is definitely something I'd expect from you. Imagine firing your staff because they don't like puppy torture. I would feel bad for her, but you did throw your staff under the bus. You did. And you could say they threw you under the bus or they didn't communicate with you, but you don't have the same position that they do.
Pokimane to her staff. Imagine your staff trying to save your ass and you thank them by restructuring. Pretty sure she made that post herself and tried to blame the staff. Yeah, unless one of her staff leaks it online that it was actually her. I guess it shows her IQ level. That's what you get with narcissists. Asmongold is talking about lack of empathy. I've always seen a lack of empathy from her. That's one of the reasons I stopped watching her streams. I can't stand fake people, and I never understood why anyone still tunes into her.
The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it caused drama. One, who is staff? Who would be staff? The guy in charge of clicking upload? You could say, no, we're doing this, sorry. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus to restructure. What? Wait. Posted this statement without my approval. So why did she do all this? Why didn't she just take the thing down, upload the video, and say, guys, this was posted without our consent? You cannot disagree with a statement and do what the statement says. You can't do this. Okay, I was being non-harsh about Pokimane. I'm gonna be harsh now. Pokimane cannot blame the staff and say you don't agree with this and then do exactly what this says. This says we won't upload. You say, no, we disagree with that. So, in that spirit, we're not uploading. What? If you don't agree with not uploading, then you upload it. What?
I think XQC doesn't realize editors count as part of the staff too. If you've ever made a YouTube video or podcast, you know recording and editing everything yourself isn't easy. The editor probably knew that with all this Hasan drama, not uploading the episode was actually helping Pokimane, not hurting her. Unlike YouTube, platforms like Kick and Twitch are much easier. You just turn on your PC and camera and go live. I honestly don't get why Pokimane is being so ungrateful. And here's my question. Why does this whole situation make it sound like Pokimane fired her staff? Just because one podcast episode didn't air? How much money could she possibly lose from skipping one upload? If I were one of her staff, I'd tweet, my coworkers and I canceled this week's podcast because our boss invited someone who literally tortured his dog, and she's trying to normalize that behavior. Sorry, boss, but we're part of this podcast too, even if we're behind the scenes. Anyway, nothing sucks more than getting fired. If that happens, maybe McDonald's is hiring. I've never worked there before, and I hope I never have to.
Ugly. Stop.
Anyway, I don't know if you enjoyed this video or not, but if you did, please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and if you want, follow me on TikTok and join my Discord server too.